Hi my loves, hi my loves, hi my loves. Hello, hello. Good morning, good day, and good evening, depending on the time you decide to watch this. Welcome to my page. My name is Maputi. Maputi, not Gogo, not Mukulu, and please don't togoza me. Just greet me as I am. Just greet me the way I am. Okay. If you're new here, please listen carefully. No one is forcing you to like this page. No one is forcing you to follow me. No one is holding a gun to your face, forcing you to be a part of this community, be a part of this conversation. No one. There are many healers on social media, and we all do different things, and we all believe in different things. Pick the ones that align with you and leave the ones that do not align with you alone. Right. So if you decide to follow the page, do it because you want to follow. If you decide to watch the videos, do it because you want to follow. But always remember, I never force you. So because I never force you, I am not going to try to be something that I'm not. So you come at me, you will always receive the authentic me. And the authentic me, you will either love me or you will hate me, but still watch my videos. There's no in between. Either you are going to be obsessed with me and my message, or I will irritate the hell out of you and you will just be bothered by me. Okay. If you're interested in booking a consultation with me, please go through my videos. Do not, I repeat, do not rush to book a consultation. Go through my videos, get yourself acquainted with me, because I'm really not a nice person, and I'm really not a patient person, and I'm really not going to baby you or baby your feelings. When I come in to do the work, and I'm done. How do you book a consultation? You can inbox me directly on TikTok. You can message me directly on the email written on YouTube, which I need to adjust. Or you can go on the link on TikTok, go to my website. You can even message me directly from the website. Okay, okie dokie. So today is not necessarily a lesson. Today we are not necessarily doing a lesson. Okay. I'd forgotten my cup somewhere. So as I said, today we are not necessarily doing a lesson. I have a story to tell you guys. I have a story to tell you guys, which could inspire some of you. Yeah, maybe it's time for inspiration. Okay, just another thing though. For those of you who come into the inbox, please note that the person who will be responding to your messages is not going to be me. I am swamped. I am swamped with, what is it called? I'm swamped with consultations. Not only that, I'm swamped with my own personal spiritual stuff, and I'm swamped with my own personal business stuff. So with that means I don't have a lot of time. Like the capacity to do this thing is really getting to me. So with that, one of my mentees is going to be handling the inboxes. So for those of you interested in booking a consultation, please know that she will be handling the inboxes. I will only really talk to you when you are ready to book a consultation. When you have paid for a consultation, that's when I will come in. The consultation is still going to be done by me. That part, I don't think I'll ever put it to someone else. And those who have done a consultation with me know what I'm talking about. Okay. So when I was on holiday, when I had taken my 5-day rest, my holiday within a holiday, when I had taken my holiday within a holiday, There's 2 consecutive days that I had similar dreams. The dreams were the same. Well, the theme was the same, but the dreams were not the same because the different characters were not the same. And what was happening in those dreams is that I had many of your ancestors come through. Many of your ancestors were coming through. Many of the people who watch me on social media, their ancestors were coming through. Now, I can't really say it's ancestors of every single person who watch me, because some people who watch me just watch me not with good intentions, right? But it was mainly the ancestors of people who are honestly, and I mean honestly, ready to learn. Those who are actually taking this page as a school, taking these videos as a school. Those who actually have notebooks, those who are actually taking notes, not the ones who are lazy and just watching the videos and just not even digesting and going with the hype. Those who had been with me on this journey for quite some time, their ancestors came through. And so in the first scene, in the first dream of the first day, I was sitting somewhere, like in a sort of like the beach. I was sitting by the beach and many ancestors were coming out of the water, right? So meaning that at this particular time, I was dealing mainly with water ancestors. And many of the water ancestors were coming out of the water. Now, what is the most beautiful thing about this dream that I want to share with you now? Also differentiating the reason why I'm saying these are the ancestors of people who watch my videos. They are not the ancestors of people on a mentorship with me, because the ancestors of the people who are on a mentorship with me portray themselves differently. They come clearer. And I'm on a regular conversations with them most of the time, and me and my ancestors are in constant conversations with them about the progress of their children. Even if I don't tell their children, but constantly their people are coming and giving me insights to say, hey, this one is lagging behind, how about we adjust their teaching like this? And so these ancestors were coming out of water and I was sitting by the beach. And what is the most interesting thing about it? It is that they were coming to give me progress. They were coming to give me progress of many of you, right? But you know, the reason why I want to share this is because of how proud many of your ancestors are. Right? Many of my loyal followers, my loves, the ones who actually take the teaching seriously, the ones who actually take your self-initiation very seriously, the ones who are constantly putting in the effort and the work. So your ancestors were coming in and they were so proud. So you know, there were those who were coming in and they had books that you were taking notes from. And they would like show me the books, right? So they would show me the books and they would tell me their name and say, this is our daughter and she's doing so well, look at her notes. But it wasn't in a thing how they are reporting. It was in a thing that they are actually proud and showing off. Yes. It was as if like it was a show-off ceremony. And now it was as if like there was a mini competition to say, no, but our daughter, oh no, but our son is doing this. And they were showing me how much many of you are learning, not only just learning from me, right? Learning from the different healers that they send you through. Not only that, but some of you, because like in, I remember there was this ancestor, I'm not gonna say the name of the person. And what they had done, they had a different system. When they are taking notes on the lessons that I make, they write, let's say maybe they're using a blue pen. They would write a blue pen what I say, and messages that are coming intuitively, which are adding on to their lesson, to the lesson that I'm giving, meaning that this is pure download. Their ancestors are teaching them more. They would write it with a red pen, so a different color pen. So the notes of what I said was in let's say a blue pen, and the notes of what intuitive messages that were coming in were in a red pen, in a different colored pen, right? And so the ancestor was showing me, see, this is what you said, and this is what we said, and they wrote it like this. And it was just, as they were paging through the book, it was just such a beautiful experience to see that people are actually learning, right? And many of them were coming in and just proudly, the ancestors didn't come alone. They actually came with their child, with their child, all right? They would come and say, this is our daughter, this is our son, this person has been following your page, and these are the teaching. And one thing that I also noticed, which was important to highlight, was that I would see the progress. I would energetically see the progresses that you guys are making, to show that from this angle, you were moving slowly, and as if things were not making sense, and blah, blah, blah. And then when you got to my page, when I started the TikTok page a couple of months back, many of you started moving fast, right? The progress that many of you are making, it is similar to the progress that a person has made in a year. And you all are making the amount of work that you are doing in a short space of 6 months. Has it been 6 months? I think it's been 6 months. Let's see. May, what was it, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. I think it's been 6 or 7 months, right? So the progress that many of you have made in a space of, let's just put it at 6 months, is the same progress that it would take them 2 years to make, right? So you guys are moving at a very high speed in your learning and in your growth, right? And so the following day, similar dream, but this time I'm sitting at a cafe, right? I'm sitting at a cafe, and the ancestors were also coming, but this time they were not water ancestors, so meaning that they were not coming out of the water. So some of them could be water ancestors, but it was a group of ancestors. And I'm sitting in a cafe, and there's lines and lines and lines of people just coming in to give feedback. And still the same thing has been repeated. This is our daughter, this is our son. And many of this time, and the second time, many of them came with you guys, right? Came with you guys with your images to say, this is our person and what. And I remember there was this girl, she came in with 2 of her grandmothers, and they were so proud of her. It was like you could see the beaming that they had within them. Like when they came to report to say, we are proud of the progress that she has made. And she was holding her book and showing me and saying and telling me her dreams and things that she wants to achieve. And one of the things that she said that she wants to do was visit the current place that I'm traveling in. And then I laughed and I said, but you're already here. And she's like, what? Am I here? I'm like, yeah, you energetically are here. So if you made it energetically, it means that one day you will travel to this place, right? So the message is that, in spirituality, as I said in the other video, there's no map, right? There's no map, and I say this in many consultations. There's no map, there's no book, there's no way as to how you are going to go about it. Those things are not here, right? And we walk by faith most of the time. And people come for consultation and they'll be like, but where are my ancestors? Why have they stopped talking to me in dreams? Why have they stopped listening to me. Why am I not getting the dreams? Why are things not working out for me? And when I look at it, you then realize how much work the ancestors are doing in the background. Because many of you look for physical evidence. Many of you want physical evidence. You want to see, you want to have the dreams. You want to be told that someone is bewitching you for you to believe that your ancestors are busy. And it can't always be like that. Ancestors are busy. Many of you, your ancestors are working tirelessly in the background, doing so much work. And sometimes they won't even tell you the work that they're doing. By the time you realize the work that they're doing, they had been doing so much work. They just need you to put in a little bit of effort in the physical realm and do certain things. But by the time you come for a cleansing, they've already done the foundation work so much. But many of you do not understand. First of all, you do not understand how much work the ancestors are putting in the spiritual realm. And because you do not understand that, many of you disrespect your ancestors. And I've talked about this for so many times. You disrespect them because you want to see. Lebo Thomas Makola Kaubon. You guys always want to see. You want to see the dreams. You want to see the manifestations of the money. You want to see every single thing happening for you to believe that they're actually doing any work. But yet the evidence that you are still alive in the midst of their attacks is not evident enough for you. It is not even good enough for you to even say thank you. Instead, many of you will even go into a rant and complain. The evidence that you are still holding on to a job with so much going on against you, that you could have been fired 2 years ago, but you are still holding on, is not even evident enough for you. Instead, you will be complaining, why are they not giving me a good job? You do not understand that there is no good job. All the jobs are the same. The person in a higher position than you is miserable in that position. Person in the company that you dream of working in that position is also miserable. In every company, there's always someone who's miserable and will make your life a living hell. Right? So what many of you fail to understand is that not even that, the job that you are wishing you could have, you don't vibrate at the same level as it. So how are you going to get the job? So instead, your ancestors will do their best to make sure you maintain the job that you are in. Because, first of all, you are not celibate, you are not keeping your celibate, you're draining your energy that is supposed to be used to get you blessings. The energy that is supposed to be used to make you more money, to get you a better job, by your ancestors, you are draining it through sex every single day. So what can they do? What should they do? The only way to keep you alive is to make sure you maintain that job. But also because sometimes the person in the position that you are hoping to be in is not ready to leave that position. When you leave a position, go to a different position, someone should have left that position for a different position as well. And the other person leaving their position is not controlled by your ancestors. So divine timing, it's not yet the time. They are still orchestrating. So your ancestors do so much work in the background, work that they are never even appreciated for. And all they hear every single day is people complaining, people being ungrateful, people demanding, wanting to know why they don't have this, people comparing themselves with other people and saying, but so-and-so is living at such a life, and yet you don't even know what that person has to do every single day to maintain that life. And so when I was sitting and observing those two dreams, and looking at how proud many of you, your ancestors, were of the work that you are putting in. And also realizing that because of the efforts for the past 6 months, the efforts you've been taking to learn, because every single time you take a book and a paper, you take a paper and a pen and you sit down and you listen to high vibrational messages and you put them down and you listen to intuition as it's also giving you insight. That time, which is whether it's 15 minutes, whether it's 30 minutes, that time, or whether it's an hour if you're watching the video, that time adds its compound investment. That time adds compound. It keeps on adding to your energy. You keep raising your vibration bit by bit, bit by bit, bit by bit, bit by bit. When you raise your vibration, not only that, as your vibration, if your vibration was here, and bit by bit, as you are learning, as you are taking the notes, some of you, as you've watched the video and then you come back to watch the video and you start falling asleep. When you start falling asleep, you open portals, you're given new dreams, and then you go back, you write the dreams down, you interpret them, and then you move forward, and then you start getting more insights, right? When you were here, before I started this page, you were not getting the insights that you were getting. Now that you are dreaming, you are able, because this whole thing of the dreaming, of falling asleep, is one part of this whole journey that we are in. Because when you are there, you are able then to access insights, access records that you are unable to access. It's as if like you are getting into the voices, it keeps raising, the voices of the angels, as you listen to the messages, keep raising your vibration. When your vibration goes higher, then you are able to access certain information. Many people sleep during the videos. I sleep during the videos. But what other people do differently, they don't just sleep through the videos. They use the videos to sleep, yes, but they also take time to learn. Some other people also take the time to get a pen and a paper and write and learn. So they using the videos double. So their vibration keeps on going higher and higher and higher and higher. When your vibration keeps on going higher and higher, it allows the ancestors to be able to do their work better. So what many of you don't understand is that what your ancestors have been struggling with doing for the past 2-3 years for you, many are starting to be able to do it. And hence, that's why they are so proud of the work that you are doing. Right? So it's not everyone on the page, because some of you only just joined us. So you are not the people that I'm talking about. If you recently only joined this page a month ago, you're not the person that I'm talking about. The people that I'm talking about are the people that have been on this page for a while. And they've been learning. There are certain people who come for a consultation who are the people who have watched all my videos. Not the lazy people. The ones who have actually watched all my videos. And they've been learning, and they've have books. And their ancestors are like, now we are ready. Now we are ready for you to go do the cleansings, because you've raised your vibration enough for us to be able to do the work. So just understand, many of you need to understand the amount of work that your ancestors are doing in the background. Remember in the video that I talked about that every single thing happens spiritually before it becomes physically? They are putting in so much work. You have no idea how much it is for an ancestor to maintain a job or to open a door in a world of billions and billions of people, for them to find you a position in a company, for you to get a salary. You have no idea how much work the ancestors put in. The least that many of you could do is just to be a little bit grateful. Just be a little bit grateful. Be less demanding. I'm not saying you shouldn't ask, but be less entitled. They are my ancestors, they should bless me. You know how many people come? Do you know how many people come and say such words? They're my ancestors, where are they? They should be blessing me. I should not be struggling like this. Should they? Should they? Should they really bless you if you are that entitled and ungrateful? You can't even see the blessings that they've already given you. The home. You know how many people are sleeping on the street? Yeah. Even if you are in a toxic environment, you have a bed, you have a space to sleep, to put your head on. Do you understand how many people outside the world don't even have a pillow to put their head on? Don't even have shelter. They don't even have windows. They have to be sleeping in a plastic. Some not due to their own doing, some due to life and how it has been on them. Some due to the family witchcraft. And even sometimes that person sleeping on the street in a plastic could be there because they are being protected. If they are not in that situation, they would die. I've met people who had to sleep on the street for some time while their ancestors were maneuvering, but that was the only way for them to protect them. Do you know how many people don't have food today? They don't even know what they're gonna eat. You have food, you have clothing. It doesn't matter if the last time you bought a piece of cloth was 3 years ago. It doesn't matter. The fact is that you have things to wear, and yet someone else doesn't. You have things that look presentable. Some of you are sitting with closets full of clothes that you don't even wear. Closet full of you hoarding clothes that you don't even wear, and yet you are complaining about your ancestors doing nothing for you. And yet you have so many blessings. Some of you own homes, and yet you're complaining about how small it is and how your ancestors must miraculously make sure you have a home. Some of you could have homes. Many of you could have homes if you managed your money well, if you managed the money that they give you well. But no, instead of managing the money that they gave you, that they blessed you from the job that they gave you, that you keep on complaining about and say you hate, if you manage that money well, you would be able to buy a better home. But no, when the money comes in, you don't even know where it goes. Not because of witchcraft, but because of your own mismanagement. Many of you are crying for cars, but yet you don't even have a home. When you don't have a home, your ancestors don't have a home. So when you sit down and you go pray like Tato, when you sit down and you go pray like Tato, right? When you sit down and you go pray like Tato, keep it in mind that the things that I'm asking for, the things that I've been praying for the past 2 months, for the past 3 months, no one has ever said I'm not going to receive them. There will be time when your ancestors come and say, no, we're not going to give you that. But most of the time, they don't even say anything, and you just assume they are saying no. Keep it in your mind that if I've been asking every single day for the past 3 months, I have a new request. If every single day for the past 3 months, When I go down to pray, I have a new request. How are my ancestors are supposed to fulfill all these requests in a short space of time? How must they fulfill? How must they protect you? How must they make sure that your blessings are not taken when you are busy giving them to men or to women by sleeping with them? How must they make sure you maintain your job? How must they make sure that you are well fed, you are protected? How must they do all those things every single day when you're not even putting the effort? But how must they miraculously manifest all those things? When you pray about different things every single day, when you ask for different things every single day, when you don't even give them the time, when you don't even aid them, when you don't even help them in their work by being more understanding, by raising your vibration so that they're able to do the work easier, by keeping yourself pure, purifying your temple, your body, making sure that you manage the resources they give you well, opening up your mind to learning so that you can learn new insight, so that when you learn new insight, you keep on getting new vibrations and downloads. When you are also not limiting yourself from the place, when you limit yourself from the places you access, because some of the people you hang out with, the places you go into, lower your vibration. So if you don't put in the effort, and the work, how are then your ancestors are supposed to do the things that you are asking? So when you pray like that, also be mindful that there's already work that's already been done in the background. Sometimes the work has been going on for 5 to 10 years. The foundations have been laid. Things are already in materialistic. They are already ready to manifest in your life. It's just a matter of timing. Sometimes the blessings are being blocked. Sometimes, the blessings are being blocked by the same people who hold the same blood as you. Sometimes it is because you need to finish up certain work that does not allow you to receive those blessings. So there's certain there's certain insights, that there's certain work that you need to be doing yourself in order for the blessings to arrive. And one day your ancestors will come in and be so proud of the work that you are doing. You know, when I remember that dream, I remember precisely how, as I said, there was a mini competition of ancestors who were saying, some of the ancestors though did not come, they came to give feedback and to say that, yeah, our child is making a little bit of an effort, but they could do better. And, you know, they're struggling with this part. So please make videos about that. Right? Some of you, your ancestors, were not happy with your progress. Not because of anything that I did, but because of the fact that many of you are so entitled, even on social media, even to people who are meant to help you. There were a significant amount of ancestors who had come to apologize for their kids' behaviors, for how their kids were behaving towards my messages, because every single thing that happens in the physical realm is happening in the spiritual realm. And some of you are embarrassing your ancestors with your behavior, with your behaviors towards healers. Your behaviors are so embarrassing to the fact that your ancestors had to come and ask for forgiveness. Not on your behalf, but to say that that's not our view. In the spiritual realm, what the child said in the comment section, that's not our view. That's not how we view you. We are grateful for the work that you're doing, but please do not hold us to our child's mistake. Some of you are so embarrassing. to your own ancestors. In my language, they are so ashamed of your actions. Your actions on social media, your actions in your life, the way you talk about them. Because when people see you, they see your ancestors. When people see you, they see your family name. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether you're using a fake profile or whether you don't even use your name. Your energy holds your name. And energetically, people can see the disrespect. And some of the people you out here on social media disrespecting are the very same people who have been, who your ancestors had asked them to help you. And yet you are disrespecting them. So when you move, when you go out in life, remember, your honor is the honor of your ancestors. Your disgrace is the disgrace of your ancestors. Your actions directly impact your ancestors. Your actions directly impact how much work your ancestors are able to do. Your actions directly impact the progress of your blessings. There are also many of you, I'm reminded, that's why my ears also itchy, because I keep getting a lot of talks happening in here. There are also many of you who are celibate, many of you who've been doing the work, many of you who are learning, but the one thing that's slowing down your progress, well, is it one? Maybe let's put them at two. Let me count them as I hear them. The things that are slowing your progress, okay, so the things that are slowing your progress: negative thinking, negative self-talk, negative talks, negative conversations, complaining, and victim mentality. So many of you, yes, you are celibate, you are coming here on TikTok, you are going to YouTube, you are going to social media pages, you are learning from different healers, different people who have a message to share, right? Some of you are even reading certain books. You are reading books, but you are still having conversations that are low vibrational with your friends, with your families. You are engaging in low vibrational conversations. When people are talking and complaining about the government, you come in. You always have something negative to say. You always have something negative to say about the government. You always have negative to say about social media. You always have something negative to say about healers on social media. You always have negative things to say about your friends, your family members. There's always that one family member that you always have something negative to say. Even if that person is doing such a bad thing, you do not need to constantly be talking about them. So sometimes, some of you, that's the thing that's holding you back. Some of you, what's holding you back is the negative self-talk, which is accompanied by the negative thinking. You're always constantly talking negativity into your life. No, such things never happen for me. Me, I don't know if this thing will ever happen. I've been here, I've been praying about it for so long. I don't no longer know if spirituality is real. Or not even that. Some of you just don't believe that you are worthy of the blessings you are asking for. You keep going to your altar and praying, but you don't even believe you are worthy of those things. Some of you, the things that holding you back is comparison. I'm reminded, number 6 is comparison. Comparison is the thief of happiness. I've already made a video about it. Some of you, the thing that's holding you back is comparison. You are not asking for things that you truly want. You are asking things because of what other people have. You are not asking for things that align with your soul, but you are asking for things because someone on social media has it or something or whatever. You are also asking for things to prove a point to other people. That's very low vibrational. And yet those are not the things that are going to feed your soul. So there are some of you who are doing the work, but watch your thoughts, right? Remember, watch your thoughts, watch your negative self-talk, watch the conversations you are having around you about other people. Low vibrational talks. Watch your comparison. Be mindful of not comparing yourself with everyone around you. Watch your envy. I forgot what the other two are. But I think you guys now got it, right? So guess you are doing a lot of good work, but if you can just work on those things, you will go far. And those are the hardest things to work through. I even see it with many of my mentees, that many of them struggle. Self-belief struggle, really, really struggle with self-limiting beliefs, self-talk, negative self-talk, with the victim mentality, with having to hold themselves back and not engage in a conversation that is just going to derail and start being negative, and at the end of the night or at the end of the 2 hours you've been sitting with this person, you realize we never had anything constructive that we talked about. Right? Right? And there's a group of you who are doing an amazing job. Lastly, there's a group of you who are doing an amazing job, and you need to keep on doing the job. You're not that far. It gets harder before it becomes lighter. You are not that far off. Keep on doing the amazing job that you are doing. Many of you are, what do we call it? You know, there's a saying that, you know that saying about a man, well, they say it mainly about gold, diamond, and oil, where someone was looking for diamond, gold, or oil, and they were digging, and many of them stopped just when they were this much closer, and they gave up. Many of you are doing the amazing work, and you've been doing amazing work for so long, and you are just close. You are here, just here. And that's where many of you give up. Don't give up. Continue. Put in the effort. Remember what I said in one of or many of the videos. I've said that I was willing to put in the effort until the day I die. I had made it in my mind, and I had said to myself that it doesn't matter. I am going to make sure that I put in all my effort into healing this bloodline, into making sure I finish my mission on earth, even if it takes me my whole lifetime, even if I have to be doing the work my whole life. I'm going to do it. But so long as when the day my soul leaves this body, I would have been told that you've done the work, you've passed, and you're no longer coming back to earth. So don't give up. Put in the work. Tell yourself that you will do it until the day you die. But you won't do it until the day you die. There will come a time when it will become lighter. Spirituality is not a once-off thing. Spirituality is not a once-off thing that you do once-off, you have to do for a couple of times or a couple of years, and then you're done. We don't finish. I don't know where you guys get this concept of us finishing the work. Even me, someone who has gotten their confirmation that I've passed earth, I've healed that bloodline, I still have so much work to do on a daily basis. I had 2 mentees who finally are at the point where they've received their confirmation that they've passed due to the work that they've been doing for the past many years, and the ones that happened when they came into a mentorship with me, right? So now they're at a point where they've healed the bloodline. Do you know how much work is waiting for them? Someone even only after they were told they've healed the bloodline, they were now told what their mission on earth is. Now they still have to go and do their mission on earth. Yes, you've healed the bloodline, but you still have work. So spirituality is not a once-off thing. It's a daily part of your life. Get this thing out of your head where you think that you won't have to live like that. No, you will always be living in spirituality. You will always have to be in commune with your ancestors, your soul ancestors. You will always have to go to your altar. It doesn't matter. You will always have to. You will always be asked to do certain things. Even when you've healed the bloodline, there will be times when you'll be asked to slaughter because you have to maintain the process. Yes, you've healed the bloodline, but there's still maintenance. You still have to raise your vibration because earth is Armageddon. You cannot afford to make a mistake that will put you back to point one. So this has to be a part of your life for the rest of your life. Even the people you engage with, the people you get into relationship with, they must already know that this is your life. For those of you who are choosing not to be celibate, the people you get married to must be in alignment with that life. That's why you shouldn't choose the person yourself. For those of you who are married, if you're already married and that's it, you have decided you are not living it, that's it. Make it clear to the people you are married to that this is my life moving forward. This is me. This is the new me. You're supposed to change. You're supposed to progress. You're supposed to evolve. Evolution is part of spirituality. You cannot remain the same. You will hit one goal and then you will continue to progress. You'll continue, and then you'll hit another goal and then you'll continue to progress. You will be progressing for the remainder of your existence on earth. You'll be evolving. Evolution never stops. Okay, I need to start my consultation. I need to go start to work now. Right? Evolution is an eternal progress. It never stops. Even when you become a god and you leave earth, you will still evolve in your godhood. You might even be given other assignments that will progress you towards higher infinity. So get this thing out of your head that we ever stop working. We never. All right. I think that's all I had to say. I think that's all I had to say. I'm already now sleepy and I still haven't started the consultation. Right, but we'll get to it. We'll finish before the end of the day. I'll be done. All right, my loves. I hope you guys have a good day. And I hope you guys continue to learn. Raise your vibration. No one can do the work for you but yourself. You will have to put in the effort yourself. No one is going to be doing the work for you but yourself. Sometimes even the ancestors won't even they will do their work. Ancestors are so efficient at doing their work, but there is work that you have to do yourself. Work along with them. Be patient with them. Be understanding. And if you stop comparing yourself with other people, you realize that you will not rush your ancestors. Because you're not on anyone's timeline. So it doesn't matter if you have a job now or you don't have a job. You are not on anyone's timeline. You're on your own timeline. It doesn't matter if you have that Louis Vuitton bag or not. You are not on anyone's timeline. You're on your own timeline. And when the time is right, the blessings will arrive. That will give you so much peace on earth, and you'll be able to move quicker on your progress, on your path. All right, let me leave it there. Until next time, toodles, my love, and I hope you guys are having a good day.